Hey everybody, just wanted to give you a little more update on your major writing project. Obviously, this is due at 11:59 on Thursday, October 29th. So you have a little more than, what is today? Today is the 13th. You have 2.5 weeks to get this done. So about 16 days. Anyway, so 5 pages, um, plus a title page and a reference page. Okay. Uh, APA style, which means that you have to follow those rules in terms of formatting. Double space. When you double space, you indent each paragraph. You have to give me headings for each new section. The headings should be boldface and slightly larger font, so maybe 14-point font, whereas your regular font is 12-point Times Roman Arial, something along those lines. Your title page should be explain what the title is of the report, your name, date, the class name, and Chapman University. That should be on the title page. On the reference page, make sure that you list your references in alphabetical order. Follow APA rules. It is last name first from your reference of the source, and first name initial. Not the name, but the first letter for the initial. And then reference it. The reference itself should be in. If it goes into a second line, it should be indented and double spaced. So each reference is double spaced within the reference itself, then a space, then the next reference. I want at least 3 references for you to cite. Okay, so the sections themselves can run various lengths. You don't have to be within a certain amount of space for each one. But the paragraphs themselves, the sizes should be roughly about the same for each paragraph. In other words, you don't want a short paragraph and then a really long paragraph. You want to keep each one about the same size. So anywhere between 35 to 50 words per paragraph, maybe 35 words or so, and then keep them fairly consistent. All right, that's really important. So what I'm asking you to do, the 6 steps are there in your assignment. So make sure you reference the assignment. The visual is there. Step number 1, who are you, what the brand is. Number 2 is what do you want to achieve with that brand. Number 3 is who are they? That's your target market. So explain who your target market is or who you intend to reach. Number 4 is how will you connect with them? In other words, this is where you start thinking about what kind of advertising you're going to use. And again, like I said, it could be digital or conventional or traditional. Digital meaning use social media, use any kind of viral that you want to, or traditional billboards, television, maybe radio, maybe some print, I don't know, but definitely think about television in some capacity, maybe Hulu with an ad, maybe an ad that you can run on YouTube, maybe a TV ad that you can run on Prime or on a website or on YouTube, and then billboards. Billboards are still strong, very important. And those billboards don't have to be the traditional big billboard that you see along the freeway. And now a billboard can be on the side of a bus. That's what we call a mobile, on top of a car, any kind of billboard, any kind of visual that you can create. Number 4, how will you connect with them? That's what I just said, the channels of communication. So that's number 4, just answer that. Number 5, how do they want to be communicated with? This is where you come up with content, ideas. What would you do? How do you grab their attention? I just talked about attention, interest, desire, action. You can say all 4 of those in 2 or 3 lines of copy, or you can come up with a very clever tagline. Just do it and try and get that across. So that's kind of where you want to be. And then you want to finish up with a conclusion and evaluate what you think is going to be the right thing to do. So, in other words, your conclusions should be, this is what we want to do with the brand, this is how we're going to launch it, and this is how we expect it to be perceived by our targeted audience. We expect a strong growth curve for the first 5 years, and before it starts to perhaps level out, in which case at that time we're going to do 2 brand extensions and a lot of publicity around it with more corresponding advertising, and we'll continue to see another growth curve. We can talk about that. Remember the 4 stages of growth of a life, 4 stages of a brand: new, growth, maturity, sunset. So you can talk about that in your report as well. So again, use this paper to address what the product is or the service, what it is that you're creating. Could be a hotel, could be any kind of brand. You don't need to check with me first on what that brand is. You pick whatever you want to do. It could be a person as a brand. You could create a new artist, a new band, whatever you want. So go for it, have fun with it, create something that is just magical that you think is going to be a tremendous success right out of the box, and tell me how you're going to promote it. And that's it. So if you have any questions, let me know. I'm available. Thanks. See ya. Turn it off, Pete. There we go.